Good morning and welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. This is actually the first video that I am filming in the year 2021 because my last video was filmed a couple weeks prior. It just took me a while to get brand approval to upload it. But I'm really excited to be back getting into routine of filming and uploading. I have a lot of changes that I'm actually going to be making here on my channel in this new year. I really tried to kind of create more of a vision of where I want my channel to go this year. And so I did just want to give you guys a little bit of a kind of like a sneak peek of what is to come. Is a lot more kind of like homemaking and motherhood style videos. I feel like I've been making videos kind of all over the place just to kind of dip my foot in a little bit of different topics, different things to see kind of what you guys enjoyed, what I liked recording and stuff like that. And I feel like I really want to try and make this channel more of a homemaking channel. So there'll be more recipes, more cleaning videos, more routines, and mommy and me kind of things. I will still do vlogs and these postpartum updates and things like that, but I really want to try and incorporate just a lot more of the homemaking side of my life into my videos. So keep your eye out for lots more stuff coming very soon, and I'm just really excited to try and get a bit more creative with my filming this year. We're in a very random corner of my house today filming because I'm trying to hide our kitchen renos, which are going on over here, and the rest of the house is a disaster. So this one corner of my couch is clean, and so that's where we're filming today. But I'm really excited for you guys to see the kitchen renos. That should be out, I'm hoping, within the next 2 weeks. You guys will get to see that. Very exciting because it has completely transformed our house and we just love it. But today I wanted to sit down and do my 6-month postpartum update because the last one I did was at 4 months and a lot has changed. I really like watching these myself because it just helps me like relate to other moms and recognize that I'm not alone in a lot of the things maybe I'm going through. So I hope that you guys continue to enjoy these postpartum updates, and as always, send in your questions and I will get to them in the next one. And so on. But let's just jump into it. Now that Samantha is 6 months old, she is becoming a lot more active. We're starting to get into more of a routine. She takes more consistent naps. She has a very consistent bedtime routine and bedtime. She sleeps for about the same time every single night. I can predict when she's gonna wake up. So I would say overall, I'm feeling a lot more in control just of my routine, my life in general. I think when you go through the newborn phase, I personally felt very out of control, and I felt like no matter the effort I put in, I couldn't predict anything. I couldn't say I'm gonna do this from this time to this time because Samantha's routine, we didn't have a routine really. We were trying, but when you're in the newborn phase, you're just in survival mode and every single day kind of looks different and you're just navigating it. So now that Sammy takes like 2 consistent naps, I usually know the exact time or roundabout within an hour or so that she will take those naps. I can now like kind of plan my day around that kind of stuff. I know that I always have my evenings free with her bedtime routine. Of course, there's nights when she fights it and stuff and she stays up later, but for the most part, we have a bit more of routine going on in our lives, and that has really helped me just with everything in general. It feels really nice to be able to make some plans or to set aside time for myself, knowing that I will probably consistently have that on a daily basis. That is actually a piece of advice I was given very early on. I think a couple people told me this actually, and it was probably the best advice I ever received as a new mom, and that was to allow myself, I think they said like a minimum of 3 months, and I think someone even said 6 months, to just like have zero expectations. I would personally say 6 months because it takes a while for you to navigate things, and they just said like you are becoming a new family in a way, like this new little person has joined your family. It can take a while to navigate that and just to kind of figure it all out and to feel like a new family unit. So I'm really grateful that I did follow that advice as much as I could, and I tried to really set very low expectations for myself and to kind of just like give myself so much grace and so much like almost like a resting period in my life of I'm just learning. And I think that is so important to do because these first 6 months I've just been filled with so much new stuff, and I'm sure that that isn't gonna end suddenly. But now that Sammy's getting a little bit older and I feel like I understand her better as a baby, I have been literally with her every single day for the last 6 months. Since the moment she was born, I have been right by her side. So I know this child. Like, I am able to understand her cries. I understand when she's getting tired. I can understand if she's tired or angry or fussy or if she's hungry. And it's really helpful when you reach that point because I just find I have a lot more confidence in myself as a mom. I feel like I really know Sammy, and like without her being able to communicate, she can communicate to me, if that makes sense, through her cries, or I can just tell. Like, I feel like you have this sixth sense as a mom and you just know your baby best and you know your baby better than anybody else. So give yourself the time that you need to reach that point. And if it takes longer than 6 months, that's okay too. I really feel like for us though, this 6 month mark has just really felt like it's come with this huge like sigh of relief almost, where I'm like, I made it. I feel like we're kind of getting out of that newborn phase, and it's really nice. Honestly, I have a lot more confidence. I feel a lot better. I feel like I'm completely used to the sleep deprivation and that I'm just like, it's like my new normal. I feel less in survival mode and more in like, this is just my mom mode and I know what I'm doing. And when I don't know what I'm doing, I'm perfectly okay admitting that. So I would say overall, that's probably been the biggest thing about this 6 month mark, is it's actually come with a lot of positives, with a lot more confidence and just feeling like our family, we really know each other, we know how we work, we have a bit more of a rhythm, and that's really nice. So if you're a new mom, I just want to say, like, set zero pressure and expectations for yourself. A lot of changes happen. Having a baby affects every aspect of your life. It affects your marriage, it affects your body physically, it affects your sleep, it affects your mental state, it affects the state of your home, and just everything is affected by it. So I would just say be really patient with yourself in those first 6 months, and just, yeah, it's okay if things look different and maybe you move a little slower, your life maybe feels like it's halted and come to a stop. I promise you it will get better. I know that being on this side of things now, I really feel like I needed to be a lot more gentle with myself in those beginning months because they are really hard. And like I said multiple times already, it is just pure survival mode. Sammy's just playing here on the carpet, so if you hear little noises in the background, that is her. She is so close to crawling, and so she gets very frustrated because she gets on her hands and knees, and it's like she wants to move, but she can't just yet. So it's very exciting. But moving on to the next part of postpartum that I normally talk about would be kind of the physical aspect of it. So at 6 months postpartum, I feel 100% like myself. I think I said that a couple updates ago. Like, I think by 3 months, I was really starting to feel physically like myself again. I'm obviously completely healed, and just all of that stuff is like, it feels like way, way, way far away now when I think about that healing process. A family member actually just had a baby recently, and seeing them in that postpartum stage, I just remembered, it like took me back instantly to how uncomfortable and painful kind of those first couple weeks are when your body's still healing. And I'm just so grateful to be out of that, and that's one part of having another baby in the future that I'm not looking forward to. That's just not a fun time. Again, survival mode. A couple postpartum updates ago, I mentioned that I was doing a program. I'm gonna be honest, I totally dropped the ball with it. So I really, as this new year also starts, I want to commit myself to getting back in shape. I feel like I'm totally comfortable in my new body, and like the fact that I lost a lot of muscle during my pregnancy, and that's probably the hardest part for me because I feel like I worked really hard to get in shape before Sammy was born, and then I lost it all. And I'm kind of struggling now with how to fit in working out into my routine. That's definitely been a challenge, just because I have very limited free time, and when I have my free time, the last thing I want to do is work out. I usually want to be editing or filming, or I want to be cleaning my home, or I just want to be relaxing, whether that's watching YouTube videos, watching a show, or hanging out with Rodolfo, or whatever it looks like. Those are kind of usually my top things when I have some spare time that I want to be doing. And I'll be honest, working out is like bottom of the list, and I have to force myself to work out. So I am wanting to get into a routine. Both Rodolfo and I this new year are really wanting to get back in shape because he's both kind of just like fallen off the bandwagon with that. So eating healthy, getting back in shape is something I really want to strive to do because my diet also like went to, it died when I was pregnant. I just ate whatever looked yummy and whatever I was craving, that's what I ate, and it wasn't super healthy. So I really want to get into eating like cooking and eating nutritious meals, and that again is going along with sharing more of the homemaking side of my life because it's going to also challenge me to be more consistent with it, which is a really good thing for me. I need that. Ultimately, I just want to have more energy, and I just want to feel like I am gifting my body that gift of movement. So even if it just ends up being a walk a day or something, I really want to get that into a consistent routine in my daily life. Got Sammy here now with me. She is a little bit fussy because she's teething. She's popping her 3 top teeth now. Guys, I did not know the baby's teeth this early. Like, what the heck? She got her like first bottom teeth at 3 months, I think. And now she's getting her 2 front teeth and the one to the left of them all at the same time. So it's been a real fun time around here. Okay, let's move on to the mental health aspect of things because that's something I've shared a lot with you guys. I've tried to be very open with that. I want to do an entire video dedicated to my experience with postpartum anxiety and depression. I wanted to wait until I had kind of been going to therapy regularly and until it had been a couple months really since I talked to my doctor, just so that I felt like I was in a good place to talk about it and that I had let enough time go by that I had something to say about it, and I wasn't necessarily like just like, oh, it's been a week and this is how I feel kind of thing. So I'll probably film that closer to February, and I'll just sit down and I will share every single thing of what I'm doing and how it's affected me. So definitely, if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification bell so that you get a notification whenever I upload, and then you will be sure to not miss that video. But a quick little update on my mental health is that it's ow oh, my child's pulling my hair out. It's actually doing a lot better. So I do feel in a much better headspace. My postpartum anxiety is still something I'm battling. I feel like my postpartum depression, I got a really good grip on it. And the things that I decided to do have been a lifesaver for me. And I don't say that lightly because it's really helped me. It's also helped my relationship with Rodolfo and just me as a mom to Samantha, so it's been really great. But my postpartum anxiety, it's still something I go to therapy for. It's still something I battle daily. I'll occasionally ask Rodolfo to just kind of sit with me and just like allow me to like talk through it and stuff because it's still a challenge. It's not as extreme, I will say that. I've definitely gotten a handle on it where I feel like I can function and stuff, but it's still there. And that's something I really want to try and combat. I'm not looking for it to ever be completely gone because I don't know, maybe that can happen. But at this point, I feel like I just want it to be, I want to feel a bit more in control of it. So that is definitely a goal of mine. But overall, I would say my mental health, I'm in a much better place. And I think that a couple things attributed to that is that Rodolfo had a 2-week Christmas holiday. So it was really nice to have a bit of a break. That is the first like real break we've had since Sammy was born. Rodolfo didn't even take any kind of paternity leave. He went back to work when she was 3 days old. And so I feel like I've kind of been like killing myself for the last 6 months just trying to survive and figure out this whole mom life thing by myself. I mean, Rodolfo is here in the evenings and the weekends, and of course he is the biggest help ever, and he is such an involved dad, and I'm so grateful for that. But we never really had any time as a family without work or without distractions. So it was really special having that 2-week break because he got to see a lot more of Samantha and just how much she kind of grows daily, and it was just really special. And so I really was soaking up that time, and I feel like it was the break I needed to just take a deep breath. And yeah, I don't know, I came back from that feeling just so refreshed and ready for this new year, ready to kind of conquer any challenges that lie ahead of us. So before this video gets crazy long, I feel like postpartum updates could go on forever because like every aspect of my life is now affected by postpartum. And I've said this before, but I love the saying postpartum forever because it's kind of like how having a baby, you're forever changed. And so postpartum is something you're kind of in. And that is such a gift, and not something to be scared about or worried about if you are about to enter that season, but to just take it as it comes and just see it as a whole new chapter of your life. And I think that is the best thing that one can do, is really just to see it as turning a new page and becoming a new version of yourself. It doesn't mean you have to throw away the old version of yourself. It just means you're discovering a new side of you that you didn't even know existed, and new strengths that you didn't even know you had. And I think that's such a beautiful part of postpartum, is that you really discovered new elements of yourself that maybe you wouldn't have discovered otherwise. So that is my 6-month postpartum update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you can relate to anything, or what was 6 months like for you? If you remember, if you're there now, how are you doing with postpartum? Where in the postpartum season are you? If you need someone to talk to, my DMs on Instagram are always open. Like, shoot me a message if you just need to chat. If you need to rant, if you need to cry or complain, like, I am here. I totally get it. I've been there. I've been in the thick of it. I totally feel ya. It's rough, but I promise it does get better. And maybe one day at 6 months, you'll be feeling like I am, just a lot more confident. Not 100% there, but a lot more confident and just sure of myself as a mom and in this new season of my life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you enjoy these postpartum updates, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you enjoy lifestyle, homemaking, motherhood style videos like this one, and also other routine videos and such, take a look through my channel. If you like what you see, I would love if you would subscribe and become a part of my YouTube family. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Hopefully very soon you guys will get to see the rest of our house, right? Are we so excited to show them the kitchen? She's like, I really couldn't care less. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!